Hey there, fellow gamers! We're diving straight into the chaotic, epic world of MMORPGs from 2024 and 2025, where I've been grinding late nights, laughing at my epic fails, and cheering my hard-earned wins. Today, we're ranking these titles from absolute F-tier disasters to S-WoW-worthy masterpieces, blending Steam ratings with my sweaty, controller-smashing experiences. I'm with Game Review, your go-to crew for the inside scoop, and we've got a wild ride ahead all in random order to keep you guessing. Grab a snack, settle in, and let's chat like we're hanging out in a virtual tavern after a long raid. Hit that subscribe button and join us or we go! 1. Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, 2024. Let's kick off with Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, which dropped into early access back in November 2024. This one's a love letter to old-school MMO fans like me. Think challenging group play, where you've got to coordinate with your squad to survive epic dungeons. I teamed up with some buddies, and we spent hours strategizing, pulling off combos, and laughing when we wiped because someone forgot to heal. The fantasy world feels rich and alive, with every corner packed with lore and danger, which took me right back to my early MMO days. Steam's sitting at a solid 76%, and I can see why it's got that nostalgic charm. But it's not all roses. There are bugs, like random crashes that made me yell at my screen more than once, and the early access label means it's still a work in progress. I love the teamwork and the challenge, though reminds me of the golden era of MMOs. From my hours in game, I'm ranking it A tier. It's a gem for hardcore players who don't mind a few rough edges, and I can't wait to see where it goes. 2. Corepunk 2024. Next up, Corepunk rolled out in November 2024 as an early access title, and it grabbed me with its sci-fi edge right away. The isometric view is a fresh take. Picture me kiting enemies across a neon-lit battlefield, pulling off combos like I'm in a MOBA. The cyberpunk world is gritty and immersive. I explored abandoned cities and fought off rogue drones, which felt like something out of a sci-fi movie. The crafting system's pretty neat too. I built some wild gear to survive tougher fights. But here's the catch, it's rough around the edges. Steam vibes are around 65% based on community feedback, and I felt that while playing there were bugs, lag spikes, and some quests that just didn't work right. As a player, I enjoyed the combat and the unique style, but it's not ready to stand with the big dogs yet. I'd say give it a shot if you're into experimenting, but don't expect a polished experience. I'm giving Corepunk a C tier. It's got serious potential, but you'll need patience while the devs iron things out. 3. Quinfall 2025. Now let's talk Quinfall, a 2025 release that hit in January, and oh boy, where do I start? I was hyped when I heard about this 1 over 2,000 square kilometers of sandbox freedom with crafting, trading, and even shipbuilding. I dreamed of being a pirate king, sailing the high seas with my crew. I jumped in, ready to explore, and it was a disaster. Lag hit me like a truck, servers crashed mid-battle, and the optimization was so bad my frame rate tanked. Steam's at a measly 47%, and the community's not holding back. Some even suspect the devs might be shady with their promises. I tried to push through, building a little boat and trading goods, but the constant glitches broke my spirit. It's got this massive potential if they fix it. Imagine the epic adventures we could have. But right now, it's a hot mess. As a gamer who's been burned, I'm calling it F tier. Sorry, Quinfall, you had me at hello, but you lost me at lag. 4. Age of Water 2024. Age of Water splashed onto the scene in April 2024, and this one's got a wild concept of flooded world where you're sailing ships, fighting pirates, and exploring sunken ruins. I was hooked from the start. I spent hours crafting my ship, adding cannons, and upgrading it to look like a floating fortress. The naval combat is a thrill. Nothing beats the rush of sinking an enemy with a perfectly timed cannon barrage while waves crash around you. Steam's at 73% with 63% recent reviews, and I get the love. It's unique. But man, the UI is a nightmare. I got lost in menus more times than I'd like to admit, and there's this pay-to-win vibe with premium perks that rubbed me the wrong way. I wanted to sail these waters forever, but those issues dragged it down. From my playtime, I'd rank it B tier. Super cool for naval fans, but it needs some serious polish to reach its full potential. 5. Throne and Liberty 2024. Throne and Liberty came out in September 2024, and I'll admit, the visuals blew me away. The landscapes are breathtaking, rolling hills, stormy sky sand. The weather effects actually change how you fight, like rain making your arrows slip. I was stoked to dive into this world, running quests and trying out PvP with other players. But the combat? It's stiff like I'm swinging a rusty shovel at enemies. The community's mixed too, with a rough 55% approval based on what I've gathered online. I gave it a fair shot, teaming up for dungeons and battling in open fields, but the clunky mechanics and occasional bugs had me pulling my hair out. It's got a gorgeous foundation and some cool ideas, like dynamic weather, but it's not delivering the smooth experience I craved. As a player, I'm ranking this D tier. It's playable if you can overlook the flaws, but don't expect to be wowed just yet. 6. Enshrouded 2024. Enshrouded launched in January 2024, and let me tell you, this one's a standout. It's a survival MMO with a gorgeous open world. Every time I turned a corner, I found stunning vistas or terrifying enemies waiting to jump me. The progression system is so satisfying. I leveled up my character, crafted epic gear, and built a base with my friends that we defended together. Steam's rocking a 90% rating, and I totally get it. My playtime was packed with epic moments, like surviving a boss fight by the skin of my teeth. It's not your classic MMORPG. It leans more survival, but the multiplayer aspect is strong, and I loved teaming up. For me, this is the S tier pick straight up WoW material. If you haven't tried it, do it. You won't regret the adventure. 7. Blue Protocol 2024. Blue Protocol hit in June 2024, and if you're into anime-style games, this one might grab you. The character creation is wild. I spent ages making my perfect hero, tweaking every detail until she looked like she stepped out of an anime. The world's vibrant, and running around with friends felt like a chill hangout session. But the gameplay balancing is a mess. Some classes feel weak, and the grind got old. Fast grinding the same mobs over and over wore me out. Community feedback puts it around 65%, which matches my experience. I enjoyed the visuals and the aesthetic, but it didn't hook me for the long haul. As a gamer, I'd rank it C tier. It's a fun distraction for anime lovers, but it's not deep enough to be a top MMORPG. 8. Guild Wars 2. Janther Wilds 2024. Guild Wars 2. Janther Wilds is an expansion that dropped in August 2024, and if you're a fan, this is a treat. They added housing finally. I've got a cozy in-game pad to decorate, and the world events are a blast to jump into with other players. The best part? No subscription fee, so I can play without stressing my wallet. I'd estimate an 85% approval based on the community buzz, and I'm with them. Time exploring, building my house, and joining events was pure joy. It's not perfect. Some events got repetitive after a while, and I wished for more variety, but the no-sub model and fresh content won me over. For my playtime, I'm giving this A tier. Definitely worth checking out if you love a good expansion. 9. Sacred Gates Tinder 2025. Back to 2025 with Sacred Gates Tinder, which launched in February. This game drops you into a Norse mythology world, and I'm all about that. Snowy peaks, massive beasts, and epic battles. The real-time combat is intense. I was dodging, swinging my axe, and feeling like a true Viking warrior. The faction wars are a highlight too. I rallied with my guild to take down rival clans, and those victories felt epic. It's got a 72% Steam rating, with 68% recent reviews, which feels fair to me. I loved the monster hunt. Staking down a frost giant with my team was a rush, but the story action balance threw me off sometimes. I got stuck in long cutscenes when I just wanted to fight, and there were minor bugs that broke the flow. Still, I had a blast, and it's got room to grow. I'm ranking it B tier. Great for mythology buffs and action lovers, but not quite at the top yet. 10. Quinfall 2025. Wrapping up with Quinfall again? Yep, it's back because it's that memorable, and not in a good way. This 2025 release from January promised over 2,000 square kilometers of sandbox goodness, with crafting, trading, and shipbuilding. I was ready to be a pirate king, sailing the virtual seas with my crew. I jumped in, started building a boat and trading goods, but then the lag hit, frame rates dropped, servers crashed mid-sail, and optimization was a joke. Steam's at a dismal 47%, and the community's not holding back. Some even suspect the devs might be hiding something shady. I pushed through, trying to enjoy the massive world, but the glitches were relentless. It's got this insane potential if they fix it. Imagine epic naval battles and trade empires. But right now, it's a heartbreak. As a gamer who's been burned, I'm calling it F tier. Sorry, Quinfall, you had my heart, but you lost me at Lag City. So, here's my list of 2024-2025 MMORPGs, straight from one gamer to another. Here's the final ranking based on my playtime and Steam vibes. Quinfall's F, Throne and Liberty's D, Corepunk and Blue Protocol both C, Sacred Gates Tinder, Path of Exile 2, and Age of Water all B, Pantheon and Guild Wars 2. Janther Wilds hit A, and Enshrouded's our S champ. I've poured my soul into these games, raging at bugs, cheering at Winston. This list reflects that mix of data and personal feels. But I want to hear from you. Got a different take? Think I'm wild for calling Quinfall F? Or maybe you've got your own top 10 list? Drop it all in the comments. I'd love to chat and see what you're loving out there. Let's keep the gaming fam vibe alive.